In front of Jones, who throws high. Oh no. Barkley's down and will limp away. The rookie from LSU made that stop, helmet to helmet.
He'll have to come out of the game. They are going for it.
No.
Oh, man.
Things couldn't have gone much worse for the Giants on Sunday, losing both Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley to injury before falling to the Cowboys. Puts them at 1-4 on the year and makes a playoff push highly unlikely. However, through the darkness may have emerged a light in the form of rookie receiver Kadarius Toney. The wideout from Florida caught 10 passes on 13 targets for 189 yards, which has prompted the question, is Toney this week's top waiver priority? The short answer is, well, there isn't really a short answer. Toney emerged because of Week 3 injuries to Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard. He was also able to further cement his role with an injury this Sunday to Kenny Golladay. So in part, Toney's big day was due to having essentially no healthy receivers to compete with. Considering both Shepard and Slayton were able to practice last week, I think we can expect one or both of them to return on Sunday, which should cap some of Toney's usage. However, the return of Shepard could be the bigger story. Before his injury, Shepard was lining up primarily in the slot, which is where Toney also took the majority of his snaps on Sunday. Shepard was also operating as the primary target in the passing offense, particularly as a chain mover with an ADOT of 8.8 yards. Which we can see from John Anderson's great database here. After Shepard's injury, Toney emerged as the main receiver with a similar target share and a near identical ADOT to what Shepard had while playing a similar role. With Shepard on the mend, one would assume the veteran would take his spot back. However, there's precedent for the opposite. When the Giants signed Golden Tate, they threw him in the slot and moved Shepard to outside receiver, which we can see here from the 2019 alignment data on RotoWire. While Shepard is better in the slot than he is on the outside, it's clear that Toney is also tremendously dangerous with the ball in his hands. So I'd expect the Giants to keep Toney in the slot and move Shepard to the outside. We also saw the Giants use Toney on direct snaps and on trick plays since he was a high school quarterback. What this tells me is that they're willing to scheme ways to get him the ball. As a result, the return of Shepard doesn't concern me that much. However, the return of Shepard and Slayton and Golladay does concern me a little bit. However, this is also clearly a lost season for the Giants, so I would expect them to continue to let their potential star get acclimated to the NFL. As a player, Toney has plus straight line speed and elite short area quickness, as we can see from his burst score here, and also the shiftiness he's put on display in recent weeks. He also has tremendous balance as a runner and the ability to explode through small gaps in the defense with his quick first step. He's also shown an ability to go up and get the ball against tight coverage, which only adds to his versatility. Perhaps because Saquon Barkley was recovering from injury, and also because their defense is just bad, the Giants have been pushing the ball downfield more than in the past. Daniel Jones has had a strong start to the year and is 5th in the NFL in yards per pass attempt. You combine Daniel Jones' passing attempts with the attempts that Mike Glennon had in relief of him on Sunday, the Giants are actually 12th in the NFL in passing attempts. Since Saquon Barkley got hurt again, and the Giants defense will continue to be bad, I do expect them to have to push the ball down the field and put the ball in the air a lot through the rest of the season. The bottom line is that Toney is the Giants' best receiver in space and has been too good to go back to the bench. I expect him to remain an impactful member of this offense. However, I don't expect him to be the deep threat, as I think that role will primarily be played by Kenny Golladay and Darius Slayton when they're back. Yet, we know that Sterling Shepard and Kenny Golladay have long injury track records, so banking on them to be healthy for the remainder of the season is a little bit foolish. As a result, I would treat Toney as a wide receiver 3, but I think he has upside as a fantasy wide receiver 2 if injuries around the wide receiver core with the Giants continue to persist. Given his role as a slot receiver in this offense, I would prioritize Toney in PPR and half PPR leagues, and he would be my top waiver add in those offenses, unless I really needed a running back and was forced to wade into the Kansas City or Chicago backfields. Given the likely clutter at the wide receiver position for the Giants, I would only spend about 10% of my fab on Toney. I expect him to be a useful add for you, but not a league winner.